Hi, welcome to part 4 of the Seniors Yoga series. Please do take part 1, 2 and 3 before you come to this part, as it's a little bit more advanced. Sit on your heels and take some deep breaths through the nose. And then begin to jut the chin forward and take the chin down towards the chest, opening up through the back of the neck. Roll the head over to the right, bringing the right ear towards the right shoulder, opening through the side of the neck, and then roll the chin towards center again and all the way over to the left. We'll do that one more time, rolling the head forward and to the right, keeping the shoulders away from the ears, and roll the head over to the left. Bring the head back up to neutral, take the hands out wide and then sweep them up, look up as you inhale, and exhale, bring the hands down through his heart center. And again, sweep the arms up, look up, inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down through heart center. And sweep the arms up, look up, inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down through heart center. Now cactus the arms nice and wide, open through the chest, little back bend as you inhale. Exhale, round through the spine and take the hands to touch in front. And again, inhale, open through the chest, cactus the arms. Exhale, bring the palms in front to touch as you round through the spine. And again, inhale to open, look up. Exhale to round. And then bring the arms down. Just walk the knees back a little bit so that you can come into a tabletop position, stacking the shoulders above wrists. And we'll take some cat-cow. So as you inhale, arch the back, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the spine, chin comes in towards the chest. Inhale, drop the belly, tailbone and head lifts up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round the spine, push into the hands. Inhale again, look up. Exhale, round. And come back to a neutral spine. And then keep the right knee where it is, but take the right shin out to an angle. And then we're coming up into a variation of a side plank. So your right hand is in line with your right knee and your left foot. You're stacking your hips, you're stacking your shoulders, and you're taking that left arm up towards the ceiling. You can look up at that top hand if it's not painful for your neck. This is our modified side plank. That right shin is keeping you balanced here. So it's important to have that right shin out at an angle. Sweep the arm across your ear to bring in this nice side body stretch. Really reach with those left fingertips. And then come back to tabletop. And we'll take the same on the other side. So keep the left knee where it is. Take the lower part of your leg out to an angle. Press into your left hand. Lengthen out through your right leg. Stack the shoulders, stack the hips. So our left hand is in line with our left knee and is in line with our right foot. Take the right arm straight up and look up at that top thumb. Keep breathing. And then begin to just take that right arm across the ear, reaching it towards the front of your mat. Nice side body stretch. Breathing into that right rib cage. And then begin to transition back to our tabletop position. And then begin to tuck under the toes and just sit the hips back onto the heels so you get a nice stretch in the feet, and then ease off, untuck the toes. Do that a few more times. Tuck the toes, sit back, stretch the feet, and then ease off, untuck the feet. And again, tuck the toes, sit the hips back towards the heels, and then ease off, untuck. One last time, tuck the toes, sit back, push into the hands, and then this time we'll come all the way up, send the hips up into our downward facing dog. You can keep a deep bend in the knees and you can keep your heels lifted. There's no need to take the heels down if it feels too much. We want to focus on having a nice long spine. Try and rotate your sit bones up towards the ceiling, and then begin to pedal the feet out. So taking one heel down towards the mat at a time, slowly and gently opening up through the backs of the legs. Make sure your hands are at shoulder width and your feet are at hip width. Stay nice and loose in the neck. Continue to pedal out, and then slowly begin to walk the hands towards the feet so you're coming to the back of the mat, to our forward fold. And again, keep a nice deep bend in the knees for this first forward fold. Feel this nice release in your lower back. Let the neck be heavy, or rather the head be heavy, let the neck be loose. And then slowly begin to roll all the way up to a stand. Good. Get nice and open in the chest. And then take the right hand straight in front of you, and then grab hold of your right wrist with your left hand and just take it across your body, stretching through the shoulder. And release. Now lengthen out through the left arm. Take the wrist with your right hand and then just pull the arm in towards you, crossing it over the body, feeling this stretch in the shoulder. Stay nice and grounded in the feet. And release. Inhale, sweep both arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. And then begin to walk the hands back out so that you're in downward facing dog again. And then this time, begin to walk the feet up towards the hands so you're at your front of the mat. And then grab hold of your big toes with your two first fingers, so peace fingers around your big toes. So you might have to have a really deep bend in the knees, which is totally fine. Take a big inhale to find length, and then as you exhale, straighten the legs as much as you can while keeping hold of the toes. If this is all too much, you can just come into a standard forward fold. Keep breathing, and then release the toes and roll all the way up to a stand. And then inhale, sweep the arms up, look up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, let's come to a halfway lift. So taking the hands to the shins, look forward, nice flat back. And then exhale, plant the hands and slowly begin to walk yourself out to downward facing dog. And then set the knees down, hug the elbows into your rib cage as you come down with the chest as you exhale, and then as you inhale, come into a baby cobra. And then exhaling back to downward facing dog, we come through our tabletop and then take it to down dog. And then let's walk back up to the front of the mat as slowly as you want to. Take your time. Inhale to your halfway lift again, so taking your hands to your shins, look forward. Exhaling to a forward fold. And then inhaling, come up to a stand, sweep the arms up and over, look up, and exhale, taking the hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms back up, get nice and long. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Bend into the knees if you need to. Inhale, back to our halfway lift, nice long spine. Forward fold as you exhale. Walk the feet back out to your downward facing dog. Good. And then bring the knees down and come down as you exhale. Bring your body down, hug the elbows into the rib cage, come forward, and then as you inhale, come to your baby cobra, just lifting the chest off the mat. And then we're coming back through tabletop, exhaling to downward facing dog. If downward facing dog feels like too much, you can always just rest in child's pose. And then set the knees down. And then I want you to just take that right foot and step it to the front of the mat. However you get there, just take your time. If you have blocks and it feels nice to have them at each side of the foot, then you do that. Otherwise, you can bring your hands on top of that right knee. Really try to tuck the tailbone under, engage to the lower belly. If it's too much for your back knee, you can have a rolled up towel under your knee. Now take your left hand to the outside of the right knee and sweep that right arm behind you. So you're coming into this twist. Keep looking at that back thumb. Breathe in and out of the belly when you're in this twist. Use the hand on the outside of that knee to bring you deeper into it. And unwind. Good. Set the hands back down and take that right leg back so you're in tabletop again. And we'll go on the other side. So bring that left foot to the front of the mat. Again, if you need your blocks, you can have your hands on blocks. Otherwise, you can just basket weave your hands. Set them on top of your left knee, remembering to have that tilt in the pelvis so that you're tucking your tailbone under. Get nice and long in the spine. Always use a towel under the back knee if it's tender. And then take your right hand to the outside of the left knee and use this as traction to keep into this twist into the belly. So taking that left arm and sweeping it out behind you. Keep a gaze on that back thumb. Breathe here. Stay nice and long in the spine. And unwind. Bring the hands back down to the mat and take that foot back behind you so you're in tabletop. Let's now take the knees wide, toes touch, coming into our wide-legged child's pose. So just sink down. If you need a block or a towel or something underneath your forehead, you can have that. Just for some extra support. Take the arms out in front of you and really sink into this. If it feels too much to have the knees wide, you can always have the knees together. Modify as you need to. Breathe steadily in and out through the nose. And then we'll come up and just come onto your back. Get comfortable. And we're just going to take reclined pigeon, so bringing your right ankle on top of your left knee. And you can stay with the legs here and maybe just work on gently pushing that right knee out. Otherwise, if you have the flexibility, you can just bring your hands to the back of that left leg and bring the whole shape in towards your body. Keep the right foot flexed to protect your knee joint. And take some deep breaths into this hip stretch. Keep trying to push that right knee out. Keep breathing. And then release that left foot down. Keep this shape as it is. Take the arms wide and then take this entire shape over to the left so that now your right foot is on the ground to your left. Gaze over to the right, so we've got this little twist. Keep trying to kind of track that knee so it's opening out. And release. We'll take it to the other side. So left ankle comes on top of right knee. And you can either stay here and gently use your left hand to kind of push that knee out in front of you. Or if you have the flexibility, just grab that right leg, taking your hands to the back of the knee, and then springing the legs in towards your chest, remembering to keep that left foot flexed. Breathe here. And release. Take this whole shape all the way over to the right so that your left foot is now on the ground to your right. Take the arms out wide and then look over to the left. So we've got this gentle spinal twist just to neutralize through the back muscles. Breathe nice and steadily. And then bring the legs back up. Take the legs out long and we'll come into our final posture, Shavasana. Well done. That was a kind of faster pace class than the other 3 in the series. And as always, please stay in your Shavasana for as long as you need. And I'll see you next time.